want me to summarize the concept of the new normal? It is actually a number of phenomena that came together due to digital communication. And this is that there's a tremendous speed in how things develop. It's much faster than it ever was before, and it's still increasing. And also how everything is connected and nothing is top down anymore. And these elements together create a situation that always was anticipated to be something in the future, but it's here. It's already our daily, it's the world we live in. So this is the new normal. In our work with companies, we use a whole set of methods to achieve what we want to achieve most, which is relevance. That we create something that is useful, that we create something that brings our client further, that brings the client's products users further, and that also brings us further. And this is what we want to achieve, something that is relevant in today's world. If I would name the 3 most important advices that I gave today that I think for me in my work are very important, then the first one is that you establish a relationship of trust and transparency with your client. This, I think, is the basis of all work. And the other 2 are that you really have to take a look at the reality of your client. Because sometimes you feel like, oh, this is just a stupid person, or they don't know better, but they do know. But they have their own perspective and they have their own reality. And I think we as designer and tech people, we have to get into the heads of our clients to understand their problem or work with them to crystallize the problem. Because maybe they describe a problem that not really is the real problem, and then together you can find out. That research, design, content and the technology, these 4 bubbles, if they come together and you work with them at the same time, then you create something of relevance. People have different skill sets and different experiences, and we try to make multidisciplinary teams. We really work with multidisciplinary teams that work together. But this also means that, for example, the designer and the coder, they sit next to each other and they work together and they talk all the time and they understand each other. And this is completely different to work simultaneously together in a group than one after the other. Talking about problems, there is this perception that the solution and the problem are 2 sides of the same medal. And we think that's not the case. We think that often a solution can be found in a completely different field than where the problem resides. So we think if you talk about the problem and if you talk about the solution, you should know that these are all assumptions. And we have to question these assumptions and we have to say, is this really the problem? Is this really the solution? Or can it be completely different? And I think the way of finding a good problem and a good solution for it is by exploring and going into the field or into the situation where this is all about.